Hey, my fellow NHLers, it's your friend Ebbs and Flows. Boys, welcome back to the channel. Those of you who are subscribed or have liked videos and have seen me before, welcome back. And those of you who are new, my name is Ebbs and Flows. I am a HUT or NHL YouTuber. I have started my channel just a few months before 16 was kind of dying and over. I have played NHL forever. I was a top 50 player in regular NHL for 15 and regular NHL for 16. Like I said, started the YouTube channel a couple months ago. Have been loving, the videos and interacting with you guys. It's been so fun. So I definitely wanted to do 17 as well and keep it rolling. So the two types of videos I have on this channel so far are we do a HUT series where we just pretty much go through, collect, and try to get the best team we can, open packs, play games, look at opponents' records, keep track of our own records, things like that. Another thing we do is grind to the top 100. Like I said, I love to be ranked in the top 100. In each NHL game. So, like I said, we always try to make it at least to the top 100, but we were fortunate enough to make it to the top 50 in the last two. So, if you guys want to go check out those videos, you can go check them out. They're all on this channel, all NHL 16 videos, if you want to get a feel for who I am and how I do the vids. So, in our first HUT episode, boys, we've opened quite a few packs. I just want to go over my team. We are going to open 2 packs, so 2 pack openings, 1 big rare pack, 1 regular gold, and then we'll do 2 games and get some highlights in for sure. So going over the team, you saw my first line there. The second line is going to be Kane, Turris, and Hornquist. On the third line, it's Dubinsky, Ennis, who we need to change because he's not that good, but he's kind of speedy. Louis Eriksson, Domi, Zibanejad, and Berglund. On the first, by the way, we had Johnson, Sedin, and Nyquist. Brody and Shea Weber, that's our big rare card that we've gotten so far, is that Shea Weber. Nick Leddy and Carlson. Carlson's also a pretty good pool. Brodin and Larson on the third line there. Let me just go over my goalie real quick and then we'll move on to our packs, boys. So in nets, we have Luongo. So far, so good. If you boys are looking for a pretty decent goalie, I've only played 2, maybe even 3 games with the guy, and I've won, both or 3 games with him, and he's been solid. He hasn't let any cheapies in, so we'll keep track of that. I'll let you know. But so far, if you're looking for a goalie, I'm really feeling Luongo. So 9 days into the game, right? So that can definitely change. But here's my record so far. We are 4-0-1, so we do have an OT loss. It was my first game, not to make excuses right this early, stop making excuses, but, just jumped on right away when we got all our cards. I did have the Shea Weber, though, and, took an OT loss our first game. So, still getting used to the game, as you can see. Haven't played that many online games, haven't played any regular NHL online games. So, anyway, that's enough about records. Let's get into our packs, and then we'll finally get into our gameplay. So the first one, the World Cup of Hockey Super Pack. So super expensive is more like it. Fellas, it's like a $20 pack if you haven't seen. And, we're not doing the buy by money anymore. It's all this points or whatever you want to call them for NHL. So kind of an expensive pack, so I'm expecting to get some good stuff. 85 center, we're good on that. We have lots of centers. Boychuk. Now, that's the one card I didn't add to the team yet just because I wasn't sure how to fit him in there, so he will not be in the games that we're seeing. Ginla certainly will be. Lindholm, I believe I added in there. Of course, Patrick Marleau we're going to add in there. So some decent pools in this rare pack. Was hoping for someone, above an 86, but what are you going to do? So we'll add those guys before we get into our games, but let's get into our second pack. This is just the like a jumbo gold type pack. We get a decent pool there with Martin Jones, the San Jose goalie. I'm loving Luongo. He's an 88, so I'm going to sell this guy real quick. Like I said, I'll get all those guys added to the proper place or who I want in there. Obviously, we need to add Boychuk eventually if we don't pull anybody better in the next couple days, so you won't see him in the game. Anyway, boys, we're going to get rid of these and get into our games. Like I said, we have 2 in store. The first one will be somewhat short, spoiler alert. The guy kind of quits somewhat early, but we'll get some decent gameplay out of that one. Then we'll move into our next one. Alright, fellas, let's get into it.
So many times
So it looks like we're playing a guy named Pepsi is his hut name, not his gamer tag, but it looks like he is a Canadiens fan. He's got his Zadine there in center, so looks like he's got a couple good players. Let's go. So boys, so far my first impressions of 17 is the puck hits everything and goes everywhere. Looks like it hits skates. Bounces off players, but you can't skate through anyone really anymore. You can't skate around anyone too easily. And I like it. It's more realistic. I love every year they update something different. They really change the whole feel of the game. Right there, you can see it goes off of Vander Kane's skate, and it's off with me. That puck could have easily gone through me, but it didn't. We get not an easy, but a weird backhanded cross crease for a goal, and that guy's had enough. So 6 shots to none, 2-0, very quick game. So that's a win. Kind of a lucky win. I'm surprised he didn't hang in there. We'll look at his stats after we do our 2 games. Moving on to our second game, Big Testes. That's original, huh? No, I'm not trying to trash this kid. We have a good game here. Goofball name, but moving on. So early in the first period, we almost give up a goal there with the turnover. Luckily, he didn't get the shot off. So Nyquist here skating down. He gives us lots of room. We're going to go backhand, forehand, backhand, and that still is prevalent in the game, boys. So that's working. If you do get a one-on-one from a somewhat of an angle, that's certainly worth a try. The somewhat of a triple deke, you could say, just going back and up. So 1-0. So far, so good. We are man down here, boys. Tyler Johnson over to Iginla. Iginla is going to get a mad lucky goal. Now, did you see how he lost the puck but was big enough to get back on it? Poke check frenzy, and it goes in. Now, we'll watch a highlight of how that went in just by poke checking it. But what I wanted to mention was another change in 17 from my eyes is it looks like speed always kills in these games. And it is pretty early, so I could change my tune by the next video, but Iginla compared to Nyquist. Nyquist is extremely quick, obviously very good. He scored our first goal in this game and in the other game, but someone like Iginla also has an advantage with that body size. He's only an 84 overall skate, but when that guy went to hit me, you could see I got knocked off the puck, but I wasn't knocked over. Someone like Nyquist may have been knocked over and lost the puck completely. So I think they may have kind of tilted it where speed and size all matters instead of just speed, because in 16 it seemed like speed was kind of everything. Again, I may change my tune once I start playing with faster players against better opponents, we'll see, but for early in NHL, it seems like someone who is big has just as much as an advantage if you're a good skater as someone who's quick. So Vander Kane there finishing off a nice little breakaway at the end, just going backhand, bar down, very nice. So it's 3-0 very early, boys, and we shut that guy out in the first period as far as shots go. So we're playing really well, having a lot of fun with the game. It's very easy to get used to if you played NHL 16 a lot. I have been playing NHL since 09, I feel like, so very used to getting used to year after year new games and new adjustments. So we're not going to score any goals here, fellas, in the second period, but nice hit. But I did want to just get some gameplay. It's early. I think the more gameplay you guys can see, those of you who are good or those of you trying to get used to the game and get good, any type of gameplay you can see from anybody is good. You can point out mistakes or point out things they're doing that you may want to try, shots they're doing and strategies, things like that. Just overall, the more gameplay you can see, the better you're going to get at the game, right? It's all about familiarity. Is that how you say it? Anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys a quick, like an offensive clip of the game in the second period since we didn't have any goals. The more gameplay, the better, is what I always say. So moving on, we're going to the third period. We do have somewhat of a comfortable lead, 3-0. So good so far. Let's get into the stats, though, before we start the third. So B's across the board. Don't usually pay too much attention to that, especially if we're winning. So 13-4 in shots. I believe we're winning in face-offs as well. Yep, 13-3 in face-offs I saw up there. So this is going to be somewhat of a quick period because we're already in the 5-minute mark. That's when we score a goal. This guy obviously stopped playing, so we'll take advantage of that. I think, I wish they would just quit instead of not playing. But right here, we're going to snipe one off the top right, get our own rebound. And since that didn't go, let's hit the same spot. There we go. So good aim, and who cares, right? The guy's not playing, so that's just, that's Bush League stuff. So we score a lame goal because the guy's done playing. He's going to quit after that one, though, and we'll get the win. 6-17 it looks like in shots, 13-16 in faceoffs. So we're really outplaying our opponent there. Tip of the cap to my opponents as always. It's early. Let's get into lots of games to be played and lots of skills to be developed in the game. Let's go into our guy's stats here. The first game we played where he quit pretty early was 8-19-7. That's a ton of games played. Again, it's early. He can certainly improve on that record, but a decent player with all those games played. Like I said, we've only played 5 or 6 online. So our second player is 7-5. He does have a winning record, so pretty good. More games played than me. So I got to kind of get rolling here, boys, and get the games in, because all these guys have a lot more games played than I do online. But not bad. Good start, good video, good content for you guys to see. Some goals being scored and things like that. There's us, our rank, like it really matters right now. But 6-0-1 so far. I'll try to get a video out I will get a video out next week. But unlike 16, we're early enough, boys, where I will be doing tutorials. I'll do a how to score tutorial, how to play defense, maybe even a hut. Bidding kind of tutorial deal, just explaining hut. But hopefully you boys enjoyed the content. Please like and subscribe if you do. And that's going to do it for me. As always, take care and welcome back.